Hey guys, it's Amber, and today I'm going to show you how to make sports posters for your kid, your family member, or to sell. Whatever you want to do with them. This is what an example looks like for one of my sports posters. This is hockey, and then this is what the blank poster would look like when somebody buys the template. If you don't want to go through the trouble of learning how to make all of this, but let's teach you how to make it. Okay, so for the design, we are going to be using a 13 by 15. Size is up to you. I think this is just one of the most popular sizes, but you could also do like 18 by 20, 24 by 30. Just see what your local CVS or Walgreens has for printing options, but you can always resize right here if you have Pro later. So starting off blank, the background is going to be white when you open your design, and then to get this dotted line, it is the margins. So I know what the safe space is. You will go to File, Settings, and then Show Margins right there, and that's what that dotted line is. So we are going to do this hockey example because I think that's cool. So this is also going to be a pro tutorial, but you can also do this with free if you try really hard and choose only photos and elements that are free. So for the hockey stadium, I'm going to choose this one. And then you're going to resize it to fit your entire screen because this is going to be the background of your poster. And I like to let it seep over the edges a little bit just in case there is a print bleed, which means that when it's printed, the ink will bleed out on the sides. Sometimes if you don't have your design covering the edges, it'll just be a white border. So to avoid that, that's what we do. Next, we're going to add the background lights. So for that, we could do stadium lights, see what that gives us, and then graphics. I think these are the ones I used, and the sizing's pretty much perfect, so I'm just going to keep them right there. Next, let's see what we have. We have some lightning going on and some duotone. So what we're going to do is we are going to search lightning, and then I used this one right here. And you can adjust it in size and color, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. And then we're going to choose this bigger one over here, and I don't want them both going towards the left, so I'm going to click on flip horizontal, and as you can see, it flipped it right around. Then I'm just going to adjust it a little bit right here. And if you want to change the color of something that does not have the option to change the color, which you can do on a free account as well, click on edit the photo, then scroll down to duotone, click on custom, and down here by the shadow, you can adjust the color and on highlight as well. And so to get the best color results on, I suggest adjusting both of them, but we're just going to keep it white for now. Then this duotone texture is a cool poster element in my opinion. So on duotone, there's a bunch of fun ones, like this star is pretty cool as well. I think I went with this one, and then I turned both of the colors white, and it gave it kind of like an icy feel, which is nice since it's hockey. So I'm just gonna turn that a little bit, and so that's what the background is looking like so far. Next, we have the hockey player. So you can insert the photo of your kid to make this a little easier to build around them. So I'm just going to search up hockey player, since I don't have any kids to base this off of, and then I'm just going to choose a random one, remove the background, and put him in a good position. Now I like to drop a little shadow on these players, so to do it you'll click on edit again, shadows, and then I use glow, but I turn down the intensity so it's not anything over the top, it's just a little something. Then we also have the text. So I'm just going to copy these over since I already have them. That didn't work. There we go. And the fonts I used are Yearbook Solid and Kingsman for the cursive text. And then for the name, it is Mervel Script and then Yearbook Solid again. So that's already looking pretty good coming together. Next, for the Polaroid, we're just going to type in Polaroid. And then we're going to switch on this menu to frames. And then as you can see, a bunch of different ones pop up. You don't even have to use the ones I use. Like we can go ahead and use this different one right here. Adjust it. And I'm visualizing what this will look like behind him. So let me grab another one. Maybe the square one right there. And to get these behind the player, we're going to hold down Shift, click on them, click on position, and then send them backwards. Now you can repeat this however many times you want. Like for example, I'm going to be moving some stuff around like the lightning. I like it to be in front of the pictures to give that more of a look that it belongs inside of the picture. And then same with this lightning. We're going to bring it, maybe, I don't like how it looks in front of the text, so I'll just leave it right there. And on the player, we're going to position once because there was a lightning bolt right there that we got in front of. All right, that's looking pretty cool. Then I added the foam finger and some hockey elements. Obviously, this depends on the sport you're doing, but I like to add small things. So for example, for that neon thing, you could search neon and then insert sport and then go to graphics. And depending on if you're lucky or not, there might be something cool that you can add. But if there's not, I like this arrow. And then I just changed the color of what the design looks like, just to kind of, you know, put something out there. So we can do this arrow. And then there are the hockey pucks right here. So I'm just going to position that right there because that's where I like it. And then some real elements. So we're going to search hockey puck. Then we're actually going to switch over to photos. And to get stuff like this, you can filter it by cutouts only. So that means that all of these things have a transparent background. So that's a fun tip. I like this one because it looks like it's flying. Although this isn't an action shot, that's still pretty cool. And we can add this. Let's see. I don't want the shadow to change too much. There you go. That's not bad. And then hockey skates. Just whichever ones I think will look good, maybe on the side. Like you're laying down in the ice. Let's make it a little bit smaller to be realistic. And that's a pretty good start right there. So let's add some more behind him. I think there's some texture that we have. So for that, we are going to just search up texture, switch back over to graphics, and then make sure to unselect cutouts. So that typically does not give you anything good. And then honestly, this is just a playing around process to see what looks good and what doesn't. So that didn't change its color at all. So what we'll do is we'll cheat it, go to duotone, turn this up all the way. So there's this like fake cloud texture, if you can tell. We're just gonna place that over him, send to the back a bunch of times. I think right there is good. So it's like behind him. It's just adding elements. And as you layer and keep layering, it'll look better in my opinion. Next, we can add some fun sports things like this foam finger. And you can change the color as you can see. And we could put this behind him, for example. So again, position and then move to back. And I want it behind the other Polaroid. So there we go. Now, this is, I think, the final look I'm going to leave it out for this poster. And to customize it, I'll show you real quick because sometimes it is not as easy as it looks to drag a picture into the frame because an element might be blocking it due to our amazing layering, like so. So to combat that, what you can do is you can go to layers right here on position, click on both of your Polaroids, and then arrange into the front. These are now at the top layer and you can drag photos into them like them. So I'm just going to do that as an example real quick. And then once you have your photos, you can hold shift, click on them again, and then just start sending them backwards until they were in the spot you had them where you like them. And there we go. That is our finished sports poster. If you made this, feel free to email me or tag me in your creations as I'd love to see you guys' stuff. And if you don't want to make this but you still want the template, I will link the 19 sports templates that I did below. So yeah, have a great day and I hope that this helps.